Hello my friend and welcome to Real Home Studio, where today I'm taking a look at how to approach recording backing vocals from your home studio and a super easy way of how to mix them. Let's dive straight in. So, one or two things to think about when we're approaching our recording from our home studio before we dive into the DAW and take a look at the mix techniques. So firstly, if you've got different people available to you in your band or singers that you know, backing vocals can really benefit from having different voices from the lead singer. That's going to create a point of difference. It's also going to keep your backing vocals in a different place to where your vocals are and give you a lot more depth and richness to your BVs. So if you've got people available to you that can come in and do that, or indeed a band where you've got backing singers, then do utilize them. If that's not available to you, then if you're performing the vocals yourself, then try out using different microphones. Use a different microphone or a different mic position that you did with your main vocal to create some point of difference. And when it comes to recording your backing vocals, you're no doubt going to be at least double tracking a backing vocal line. If you're stacking harmonies, you may find yourself with 4, 6 or 8 tracks like I've got on this example we'll take a look at a moment. What I would say is when it comes to recording, take your time with the backing vocals. Good backing vocals make a really, really big difference when it comes to the overall presentation of a song. So take your time in the recording. Actually, when it comes to mixing, backing vocals don't take very long at all, particularly not with this method I'm going to show you in a moment. So take your time in the recording stage and everything else will fall into place. Okay, let's dive into the DAW and take a look at mixing backing vocals. So the first thing I've done is just taken all of the plugins which I've used on my main vocal and I've dropped them over to my backing vocal. Now at this point, I want to bring up my EQs and I'm actually going to take a look at the boosts that I've made with the lead vocal, and I'm going to do the complete opposite. So if I've got, say, a 3D boost at 2K on my lead vocal, then I'm going to dial in a 3 dB reduction in the EQ on my backing vocal. That's going to create some difference, keep the vocal to the back and stop everything sounding like it's kind of really clumped together. Very, very effective, very, very easy way to mix your backing vocals. Let me just bring up the EQs, for example, here. So we've got our lead vocal here, and I've got a boost somewhere around 2K. And I've obviously at the moment got the same on the backing vocal as well. So I'm actually going to dial in the opposite, but just take a listen to what happens.
Be blue, only you can choose another way. And today won't have to be the same, so don't
just dial it back.
Only you can choose another way, and today won't have to be the same.
Now hopefully you can hear that. It's like instant separation just by making that one move, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Rather than everything feeling like it's kind of one voice coming out of a tube, it suddenly sounds like we've got some vocals sitting further back. Very, very easy and effective way. So just doing mirror images of EQ boosts. I keep the any mud cuts that I've done, high pass filtering the same, but I'm just doing the opposite moves on those boosts. That's a really great way to create some point of difference. The next thing is I'm just going through the compression settings and just taking a look as to what's going on. I hope you're enjoying today's video. I just wanted to let you know I've got a free 7 steps guide to better musical mixing for you, and you can grab it right now. The link is in the description box below. Back to the video. So with our backing vocals, we may want to squash them a bit harder. With our compressors, so you can go through your compression. Generally, you're going to be compressing your backing vocals a bit harder than you are your lead vocal. You may also want to adjust your attack time. If you're dialing in a really fast attack time, you're really going to smash down on those transients, and you're really going to get a thick, very even and consistent backing vocal. I mean, again, it's using your ears. That may work. You may find that you want a bit more punch and attack from your backing vocals, in which case you can dial back a bit more from your attack. You know, keep your ears open when you're dialing in fast attacks, that things just aren't getting a bit too sludgy and heavy. So I'm just going through my backing vocals with the second compressor that I've got stacked on these. And I've dialed it again in a little bit heavier than I had it on the lead vocal. Really just had it on there just to taste. Anywhere between -5, -10 dB of gain reduction from your compression. So you can go in pretty heavy with your compression on the backing vocals. You want them to sound, you know, pretty smooth and even.
And then finally, once you've done that mirroring EQ method and you've checked your compression and everything's sounding really nice and smooth, you can bring in some reverb. And a reverb, of course, more reverb you got, the more it's going to send it back in the mix. So you can be a bit more generous with the reverb as well. I've got a reverb room bus here and I've literally just dialed some more of it in. Let's just take a listen to our backing vocals.
Type it blue, only you can choose another way.
So BVs on their own.
And today won't have to be the same, so don't be blue.
And the lead vocal.
Only you can choose.
So there you go, there's a really effective and simple way to get backing vocals sounding good in your mix. Remember, don't spend too long on backing vocals. Spend your time mixing on the lead vocal and your BVs will just fall into place. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe. Most importantly, my friend, go have yourselves a great day.